In episode 4 of Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3, determined to fulfill her role in stopping the culling game, Maki heads back to the Zenin clan estate to retrieve cursed tools needed for the coming battles. At the entrance, Maki is greeted by Naoya, who immediately mocks her scars and injuries. He claims her only value was her appearance and sneers that now she's nothing more than Megumi and Yuta's lapdog. Maki doesn't dignify him with a response and continues underground, ignoring his taunts completely. Descending stone stairs, Maki reaches the reinforced corridor leading to the cursed tool warehouse, where her mother is waiting. She tries to stop Maki, insisting she has no right to enter. Maki calmly reveals the keys and explains that the head of the Zenin clan gave her permission. As she walks past, memories surface of how she convinced Megumi to accept the position of clan head. Though Megumi wanted to refuse and even offered to hand the role to her, Maki knew the clan would never accept her. Megumi's inheritance of the 10 Shadows technique and his domain expansion made him the only viable choice. When Maki mentions that she isn't strong enough yet to make this place one where Maki could truly belong, Megumi finally understands. Back in the present, Maki's mother screams at her to stop and demands she make her proud for once. Maki ignores her and unlocks the massive doors to the warehouse. Inside sits her father, Ogi Zenin, waiting. Behind him lies Mai, gravely injured and bleeding from her abdomen. Ogi reveals he anticipated Maki's move and removed all the cursed tools beforehand. Elsewhere, Junichi Zenin explains the situation to Naoya. Though Megumi is the better political choice as clan head due to his ties to Gojo and Kamo, the Zenin elders refuse to let an outsider inherit everything. Killing Megumi outright would damage their standing, so instead they exploit a ruling from Jujutsu headquarters. Attempting to unseal Gojo is now considered a crime. Under this excuse, they plan to execute Megumi, Maki, and Mai as traitors. Naoya is amused, and Junichi reveals the plan was Ogi's idea. Back in the warehouse, Ogi prepares to kill Maki. He activates Falling Blossom emotion, while Maki draws Dragon Bone, a cursed tool capable of releasing stored energy to amplify its strikes. Maki plans to deceive him into a single-strike duel, but just as the clash begins, Ogi unleashes his true power. His cursed technique replaces his broken blade with flames, and in a split second, he cuts Maki down. Her glasses shatter, her eye and abdomen are slashed, and she collapses. Ogi coldly declares that he failed to become clan head because his children are worthless. He drags both daughters down into a hidden training chamber filled with low-grade cursed spirits, leaving them to be eaten alive. He mocks Maki's heavenly restriction, claiming it's inferior to sorcerers who train with cursed energy, and walks away without looking back. Before the curses can attack, Mai manages to move. She cradles Maki's head, confirms her heart is still beating, and performs CPR to revive her. Maki awakens in a dreamlike space on a beach, where Mai reveals her final decision. Using her construction technique, Mai will create one last thing and die from the strain. She explains that twins are treated as a single being in Jujutsu, so as long as Mai exists, Maki can never fully awaken her true strength. Mai offers to take all the cursed energy with her and asks Maki to promise one thing in return: destroy everything. She hands Maki a small object and walks into the sea. Maki begs her to come back, but when she awakens, she's holding a sword handle, Mai's final creation. Mai lies lifeless in her arms. As cursed spirits close in, they are suddenly annihilated. Ogi senses something wrong and turns back, only to see Maki emerging from the shadows, completely transformed. With no cursed energy at all, she now resembles Toji, the man who once terrified the Jujutsu world. Ogi panics and activates his technique, but it's too late. Maki walks past him and, in a single invisible slash, decapitates her father. As his body falls, Maki grips Mai's final gift and remembers her promise. The Zenin estate's alarm bell rings, echoing through the compound as news spreads. Maki Zenin has killed Ogi Zenin, and the clan's destruction has begun. The Kukuru unit is dispatched to apprehend Maki. Their captain, Nobuaki Zenin, arrogantly assumes she killed Ogi in his sleep or in the bathroom, still unable to comprehend her true strength. Wanting to avoid reprimand from Junichi, Nobuaki orders the Kukuru unit to eliminate Maki quickly. This unit consists of Zenin men who lack innate cursed techniques, a lower branch of the Hei trained relentlessly in brutal hand-to-hand combat. The Kukuru unit finds Maki alone in the Tun room, surrounding her with over 20 fighters. She stands quietly, holding Dragon Bone in one hand and the split soul katana, the weapon Mai left behind, in the other. As the Kukuru unit attacks, Maki opens her eyes. A man swings his katana, she dodges instantly and slices off both his hands. Vaulting over him, she cuts down several more before beheading him mid-motion. One by one, the Kukuru unit is slaughtered in swift, merciless fashion. Nobuaki arrives expecting victory, only to find every one of his men reduced to corpses. Suddenly, Maki senses a powerful surge of cursed energy. Chojuro Zenin attacks from nearby, summoning massive stone hands that clap together midair in an attempt to crush her. Nobuaki realizes the Hei have arrived, the Zenin clan's strongest sorcerers. Yet even this isn't enough. Maki bursts free and, in a blink, jams her hands into Nobuaki and Chojuro's throats, killing them instantly. Ranta Zenin paralyzes Maki with his technique and urges Junichi to finish her. But Maki breaks free through sheer force, the backlash severely damaging Ranta's eyes. Bleeding heavily, Ranta warns Junichi that Maki has become Toji Zenin incarnate. Unlike Toji, who destroyed the clan unintentionally, Maki will erase it deliberately if she isn't stopped. Junichi unleashes his cursed technique, raining massive energy-propelled fists from above. The area is obliterated, and Ranta believes they've succeeded as he collapses from his injuries. Moments later, Maki emerges from the smoke holding Junichi's severed head, tossing it into a pond without emotion. On a bridge over the water, Naoya, leader of the Hei, confronts her. Amused by her power, he asks if she even has a human heart. Maki coldly replies that she doesn't, hers was taken from her. Naoya recalls his childhood as a praised prodigy and the moment he encountered Toji, whose presence shook him deeply despite having no cursed energy. Now, Maki stands with power rivaling Toji's, having already wiped out the Zenin clan's elite. Naoya attacks, unleashing a barrage of rapid strikes within a single second. Maki blocks many of them, attempting to count his movements, but Naoya grabs her and traps her in a projection sorcery frame, then kicks her through multiple stone structures at extreme speed. Naoya refuses to accept Maki as Toji's equal. He believes strength is misunderstood by the weak and insists that only he deserves to stand alongside legends like Toji and Gojo. Maintaining projection sorcery, he continuously builds speed, far beyond what he used against Choso, eventually reaching supersonic velocity. His plan is to pierce Maki with unstoppable momentum. Despite her steel-like body forged through Mai's sacrifice, Maki is still injured. She braces herself, adopting the Shirane Gata stance, preparing to absorb the impact even if it costs her ribs. Anticipating this, Naoya taps her palm, forcing her to obey the 24 frames per second rule of projection sorcery. Believing she's frozen, Naoya moves in for the kill. But Maki isn't frozen. Her new body allows her to perceive and move within those 24 frames. She pivots, intercepts Naoya's trajectory, and smashes her fist into his face at full speed, slamming him into the ground and ending the fight. Later, Maki encounters her mother in the kitchen. Seeking answers, she asks why her mother earlier begged her to come back. Her mother panics, screaming incoherently. Moments later, blood splatters the wall. The Zenin estate is now a graveyard. The Hei and Kukura unit lie dead. Naoya, barely alive, staggers through the compound before collapsing. Maki's mother appears behind him, mortally wounded but holding a knife. Unable to fight back, Naoya is stabbed and dies cursing her. As she bleeds out beside him, Maki's mother admits she was glad she gave birth to the twins. Maki leaves the Zenin estate carrying Mai's body. Momo arrives, and Maki entrusts her with Mai's body. Officially, all Zenin clan members not present that day are recorded as having died violently, with only cursed tool residue remaining. Days later, the Gojo and Kamo clans propose removing the Zenin clan from the big three sorcerer families. For now, Jujutsu headquarters has suspended its final verdict. And that's it for this episode. Stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching.